How y'all doing, family? So real quick, I'm not going to be before you long. Really, just want to share something before our year ends. I want to make sure we're all on the same page, all seeing the same way. And so, I really just want to share something. It's an insight that I believe is going to be helpful for you. I believe it's helpful for me. And so I want to make sure that I share this with you. So let me say hello and welcome to everybody. My name is Ham Roche, and I have the privilege and honor to be the host of the Focus on Greatness podcast. And so I want to share this with you. I believe it's a great insight. I'm not going to be before you long, very quickly. This mindset that we normally walk into when it comes to our end of year. Normally, in our end of year, one of the things that we look at, we start examining and talking about what we're going to do in this next year. We start creating plans and putting stuff together and talking about the stuff that we want to change about ourselves and our environment and our friends and all of those things. We go through all those conversations. But one of the things that I want to make sure that we don't walk into this next year missing is that one of the things that we can miss is the lessons and the things that we have learned in 2022. It's to me, I think it's very important or imperative for us to be able to make sure that we do not forget what we have learned this year. That we take time to put it together and say, these are the tools, the jewels that I want to be able to make sure that I carry over into the next year. Some of it might be some things that you have learned not to do, some things that you have learned to do, some people that you have learned to deal with differently, some lessons that you have learned from situations that might have occurred, or some things that you have learned from things that you have been able to read, or environments you've been able to be in. These things are important for us to make sure that we take and carry over with us into this next year. Why do I say that? The reason why I say that is because I think sometimes what happens is we gain all these experiences and these lessons and all of this stuff throughout the year, and then we don't really try to take those lessons and use them as learning tools to help us in the next season. I believe if we're talking about that we want our lives to be better in the next year, we want things to change in the next year, then we have to be able to build upon the things that we have learned in this year. If the only reason why sometimes I believe that we repeat the same stuff over again that we did the year before is because we didn't take the time to learn the lessons. We didn't take the time to gain those tools, gather those equipments, gather that stuff together so that we can be able to take those and utilize those for the next season. So, yes, we're about to walk into a new season. Yes, we're about to experience some new things. Yes, we have the opportunity for our 2023 to be different. Not talking about what's going to happen externally. Externally, things are going to change, but it's what we do that will experience, that will change how our lives are going to be in this next year. But we cannot change our lives in this next year if we have not taken the time to learn from this year. So, are you going to take that time? Are you going to make sure that you take the moment to examine and recognize and see what did I learn in 2022? What are the things, the tools, the jewels that I can be able to take with me to carry over into the new season? I've been reading in the book of Exodus. God speaks unto Moses and tells Moses, Moses, I want you to tell the children of Israel to start gathering their jewels and gathering stuff, borrowing from other people. And I'm going to give unto them favor so that they can be able to gain more things. Why? For the purpose of, so when they leave this season, they do not leave empty handed. And what I don't want you to do is I don't want you to go into this new season empty handed. I don't want you to go into this new season without gaining the things that you needed to gain, learning the thing that you needed to learn, acquiring the mindset that you needed to acquire so that your next year can be different than this year. So I wanted to make sure that before we celebrating, before we start doing all those other pieces and lose track of everything else, I wanted to make sure that I took the time to say, examine, look at what you've done, look at what you experienced, Look at the lessons that you could have that you should be gaining from all the things that you did in 2022. That's going to help you be better in 2023. So, just wanted to encourage you, just wanted to share that wisdom with you and let you know I love you. Have a wonderful New Year's, and I'll see you on the other side.